Everyone, it is Char from Char's Fascination, and if you would like to see how I started making the parts for a stuffed animal, then just keep on watching. And I still gotta clean the balls off. So today we are actually going to start. There's a lot of faux fur in my room, and as you can see, I've got most of the stuffy head done right here. I've got a leg, a hind quarter leg, mostly finished, and now on the body I have the option to put it like this so that you can actually see that that's a hind leg, and I have to finish sewing it up here, okay, and make a second hind leg. But you might be asking, well, where's the rest of what? And I do have a tail fishing around here somewhere. There it is. Anyway, so I do have this, and I went ahead and I cut out what's going to be the body. This is the neck portion for that. This is the bottom portion for that. Now, I know I still have all this fabric over here, which is no big deal. And then I have this just in case I need this extra for the neck portion on this. But if you look, I may not actually have to use button for the eyes. Isn't that just freaking adorable? So I have to sew the second ear on. Look how cute is that? I'm sorry, sometimes I amaze myself. It's like I've not worked with the faux fur to make a stuffed animal before, and this, my friends, oh, this is how it just basically so shaped itself as I've been working on it, and I'm just amazed. Sometimes I amaze myself with my work. And I have so much faux fur to use this year. And I can always get some more to make more stuffies. But isn't that adorable? I may not have to use buttons as eyes because, as you can see right here on the face area, it kind of looks like it has an eye here, and if I push that right, there's another eye, even if it's right here. It's right there. It's like, it's kind of winking at you. It's like, how you doing? And I'm leaving the back of this open because that's how I sewed on the ear, so that stitching it down, and like I showed in the other video, it was a mock-up moccasin that didn't turn out right, and now it's being used for an ear. And I made like another shape just like it, doing the same technique, and you know, we now have ears. I almost did a boo-boo on this technique, and I'm like, why am I doing that? And then I was like, oh yeah, because I'm used to sewing in the lining. So that makes sense, right? So what I'm going to do now, as soon as I get a little more fur off my face, is stitch this ear on. This might be a two-part video today. So, because I'm going to tell you, it's a good thing I brought a napkin in here with me. I don't really care. I did a look on my face. It really didn't last. But, oh, and I'm going to start wearing a little jewelry here and there just because. But, woo! Yeah, it's furry in here. But yeah, like I said, this is one of the hind legs. I think that's adorable. I haven't closed it up yet until I get to, excuse me, the body portion, which is this, like I said, move the head. That's the body. And then, like I said, this is the tail. I think the tail is in an appropriate portion for this, because one side of this is the end that attaches to the body, and this is the very end of it. So this is going to be great to put together and teach you guys. Oh, I will teach you something. If you're going to work with the faux fur, expect to have an itchy face, kind of a tickle itch. And it's funny though. So anyway, what I'm going to do, like I said, is I need to rethread a needle to sew that ear on. Now, how I'm making sure that I have enough matching thread is I've literally been pulling it from the machine, as you can see, and I'm going to shut that off. And then just clip it and not even have to worry about undoing that to get it. It's just very simple. So let me get that needle threaded. Now, one thing I do is I bring that thread through the back of the head. That's why I left the head open in the back. And there's a specific reason for that. If you want to make this almost an invisible stitch, what you want to do is make sure that you have the ear or whatever you're working on placed specifically. Sorry for the tummy grumbles. I ate my leftover meatloaf, the last of it. This was trying to be naughty. Oh, it still is. Isn't that horrible? We'll fix that. Now that that's fixed, somehow the knot came through, but when it does that, what I want you to do is this. Go ahead, take that through the top of the head, okay, through the ear. Because it's an eggshell color and this ear is a lot lighter than the other ear, make sure that you get that portion stitched down nice and tight. So what I'm going to do this year, sometimes, well, like I said, I make stuffed animals for underprivileged kids sometimes, and you know, for people that, you know, can't really afford Christmas for their kids, so you might as well say underprivileged. So I make their toys, and they're Char's Fascination toys, so it's kind of like them getting a toy from their Auntie Char. Some people will call me Auntie Char. It's okay. It's okay. As long as you aren't calling me Abuela. I am somebody's abuela, but, you know. So basically, that's all there really is to that. Oh, I was watching, I still have tabs open for other people, but I was previously watching something, and, you know, I have this fascination with the Da Vinci Code, right? Who doesn't? Angels and Demons and Inferno. And I know that there's still some St. Clairs left around, and they're straight up descendants from Rosslyn Chapel. So, anyway, itch face. So I was watching something on America Unearthed, where they found where she used to lie, where she used to lay. Underneath the starry skies. So, when we go to take this to secure it back in here, what I want you to do is catch some of that fur, just like you did at the top of the head. You catch it, you bring it back through the back of the ear. It's like piercing the ear. Pull that a little taut. And then what you want to do is you may actually accidentally catch some of the stuffing, and that's not really going to hurt anything. So you can always add extra, and I accidentally did, and I'm not really mad at that, because once you get into this part of it, you want to be able to make a knot on the inside, right? So this is what I do, is 1, 2, and 3, which goes into the 33rd, or 13. Just grab your scissors, snip that away, and what you have now, and I'm going to leave that on there obviously because I need to get other things done with this, and then just push some of this stuffing back up in there, and look at that adorable stuffy head. Isn't that cutimus? That's cutimus. Now, really, if I did want to put button eyes on this, I would still leave the back open so I could just run the thread through and then put buttons for eyes and the nose. And I think right now, with the way this is, it kind of has its own character by itself without doing that. And then what we do is we move along to making the other leg. And so what we're going to do with that, oh, this is going to be so great. Like I said, it might take me a couple of days to make this because of all the faux fur flying around, and you really do get like all itchy and stuff. So, now when you go to make this faux fur leg, and you see how I have that shaped. So what I did was I actually took the faux fur. That's why I say faux fur is going to be everywhere, but it's actually worth it if you're working on a project like this. And I'm not worried about this going up on Instagram today, so let me get this cut out, put it on the machine, we'll shape it, stuff it, and so now that I have this on the machine, what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and shape this. That's very, very important. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this part, make sure you got these straight, because you want to make sure you have these straight for that. Take it at an angle. And remember, you're shaping a hind quarter leg. So you kind of want to round that out. Bring it back. And that, like I said, that's one thing I love about my machine. And if you feel like you think you're going to go too far with this, absolutely take the leg that you've already made and put it up to this, and make sure you don't go too far. Just use this as your template. You'll be fine. Bring it back down. Shape shape it. Round. It's very important. Now we're not going to sew this all the way closed because we need to stuff this leg. And that's where we leave that off until it's time to clean more of this off, Ebby. That's gonna happen. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and cut this to shape. Okay, and this is where the scrap pieces come in handy because we're gonna turn this right side out. Now, if you did this right, you're able to mostly do that without a tool. Measure the hind quarter against itself, or with the other hind quarter. And you almost have about the same, which is great because you're supposed to. And if you find that one leg is a little stranger than the other, you can go ahead and use this one for a front quarter leg. So let me get this stuffed. And real quick, playing over here is my friend from Hillbilly Select Reviews. He reviews beer, wine, tea, and coffees. I will link him right here. He's a very cool person. He actually has 2 channels, but one of them I can't say the reasons. No, he's just a really cool dude. I like him. And also doing this, like now that I have the front part of that really stuck, this is where all those scrap pieces of fabric come in handy. It could be the scrap pieces from what you're making or scrap pieces of fabric in general. But if you have enough scrap pieces from what you're making to go ahead and fill it, that is the best way to go. What I did was I took one of my boxes and it's like sitting down here full of scrap fabric, and I'm just using some of that. There's nothing wrong with that. It came from what I'm making, and it might as well go ahead and stuff the stuffy. If that makes any sense to you, it's gonna stuff that stuffy. I mean, look at the leg shape already. You can go ahead and bend it like that to realize that yes, that is a hind quarter leg. And if it's stuffed to about the same as the first hind quarter leg, you're doing really good. I can tell you about that. You're doing really good. Also, make sure that you have something. This is one of my bamboo knitting needles. I had taken a file and dulled down the end of this so that when I am knitting, if it slips, it's not going to jab me. But let me finish stuffing this. Okay, now both hind quarter legs are made, and we have to make sure they're about the same length. And look, they are. That's amazing. All that scrap fabric that's put in these is from the project itself. So keep that in mind when you're making stuffies. Oh my gosh, my face itches so much. And the next thing to do for this, I mean, I could go ahead and just make the front legs. I want to make the front legs as long as I made the back legs and then get all this fur off my face. You will see that soon. And the beauty of having all this extra fabric, if you can't find that other piece you were gonna use, you got some more to create more fuzz. Now that I've created more fuzz, we got the first front leg sewn. This one might be a little tougher to turn inside out depending on how narrow your phalanges are, but I've got pretty thin hands. And also I can reference the house cats for the legs, because you got to remember, oh my gosh, yeah, you're gonna see me scratch a lot. Oh, but that will be the first front leg, which is really cute. God, gosh darn, that's cute. And I'm loving the colors in all this faux fur. And the reason I'm saying that we might have to do this in 2 parts is because I'm so itchy right now. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to give my skin a freaking break. But as always, I use the Sin City Soaps and Candles body butter to help with my hands, and might have to put some on my face to calm that down. I might have to. I'm in love with these earrings. I need to get my ears re-pierced, get my piercing up higher. I love these earrings. They're supposed to sit right about here. They're not crazy. They don't have a weight to them. They're really good, simple earring that's a stud back, and then you could, or I should say post back, and you can just put that in. That's real super simple. Yeah, so also keep your body butter near you because you may need it seriously to cut down the fuzz. Oh my gosh, and take that little bit of itch off your face. So for my friends at Sin City Soaps and Candles, I will link them here, of course, with my discount code SharsNation10, all in caps. Next month I will be reviewing for you from them the sweet pumpkin products. Sweet pumpkin products. Oh my gosh. Pumpkin spice product is the jam for that time of the year. Also some good pumpkin cheer. My friend over here shows. Anyway, let me get that stuffed. Now for your front leg, you kind of want to shape it so that this is like that front paw that's like that. And that's very key if you want this semi-realistic, because it's that faux fur. But look, isn't that cute? That's cute. And then it's got the correct, anatomically correct shape to it, which is great. And like I said, this is going to be in a 2-part, so, because I'm so gosh darn itchy right now. Itchy and have all this fuzz. It's kind of funny. And like I said, just take, like the scrap pieces that you have and stuff this. So, yeah, making a stuffy is going to take a lot longer than what most people would think. Okay, well, you're just making a stuffy at home. It's really not going to take that long. Actually making stuffed animals is a little more complicated than people know. I've made stuffed animals in the past, and since there's so much fuzz on this one, it's actually going to take me a little bit longer because I have to clear up the fuzzies, the little troubles around the desk. So, what I want you guys to do is stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. And I will see you for the rest of making the stuffed animal, and I have to go clean the fuzz off my face, my desk. Gosh knows I need to clear it off the sewing machine. Wow, the cleaning this is going to need on the inside is something else. And I will see you guys in the next one for finishing the other leg, which I'll probably do off camera. And then we will put together the body and assemble this baby, because you got to see it completed. So I will see you for that one.